So today we're going to talk about transportation in Belgium. So different forms of transportation in Belgium was, of course, vehicles. They did have cars. They also had a bus line that people frequented, myself included. They also had a tram line that was used very heavily. They had taxis, of course, for people who needed to get around from maybe the airport to where they needed to be. And they had lots of bicycles, lots of bicycles. And of course, people walked when they had to go places. So, to talk about the buses were pretty similar to how they are now. I mean, how they are in America. So that was easy for me to kind of catch on to. The tram system, however, is very different. Trams are like overground trains, and they run more often. They're small, and you kind of have to just hop on when you can, hold on. There's like rarely any seats, so that was very interesting and very different for me to get used to. Like I said, a lot of people in Belgium do walk when they have to go places. That's something I think is very different. I think their willingness to walk more and bike more actually helps them to be a more fit society, because a lot of people in Belgium, to me, tend to be slimmer. A lot of people in Belgium were a lot slimmer than what I'm used to seeing here in America. So that was a plus. And I actually lost a lot of weight while I was there, I think, because I was walking everywhere. So that's a plus for me. And overall, I think their decisions of getting around is overall better for them in society. They don't have as many different kinds of emissions going to the air like we have here, because we have so many cars. And although they do have cars in Belgium, the cars they have there are really small considered compared to the cars we have in America. So they do have vans, of course, but in my internship, the vans they had were really used unless we were going on a field trip. So that was very different. And it was cool to see, it was interesting to see, and they even got me on a bicycle, so that was very different. So it was a cool experience. So transportation there is different from in America, of course, but I do feel that it works for them in their society, and it allows them to be a healthier society than we are in some ways. And I think it's a positive thing, and it attributes to the overall healthy living and lifestyle. So I'm going to have some pictures coming up of different forms of transportation in Belgium. You're going to see bicycles, trams, buses, cars, and you're going to see caddies, or bicycles with caddies in the front, which are bikes with like holding spaces in the front. So it's like a bicycle with a trunk in the front. So enjoy. And so here are a few pictures of some of the things that I did see in Belgium. Like I said, there were many bikes everywhere. And the first set of bikes you see here are bikes that are actually left at the train station. It's kind of like leaving your car in the garage port at an airport, but it's bicycles instead. So lots of bicycles everywhere you go, on the sides of the streets. People ride them everywhere along the sidewalks, as you can see. So very, very, very popular for bikes to be everywhere you go. Actually, it's a picture of me on a bicycle at my internship, and the next to me is one of the young ladies who's at my internship, who actually kind of helped me ride a bike, because I hadn't rode one in maybe almost 15 years now. But it was a lot of fun. The kids really enjoy seeing me fall off the bike and try to get back and do it again. Lots of fun. And this picture here is a picture of a bike kiosk, I would call it. The way it works is you go up to the machine, which you see here in the very end. You put your code in, you swipe your card, and a bike is unlocked for you, and you can pay for it with your debit card. And you ride around the city, and they have these little stations like everywhere in Belgium. And when you finish, you just hook it back up to one of these stations, lock it back in, and your car gets charged for the amount of time you had the bike. I thought this was maybe one of the coolest things about the system, the transportation system. How if you don't have a bike, you still have opportunities to be able to ride around and get to where you need to go. So very, very interesting and very fun.